BayCare Home Care looked at expanding into telemonitoring because we realized it gives us a better opportunity to treat patients. When patients leave the hospital, there are many potential obstacles that they may not be aware of and may force them to come back to the hospital because they're scared or uncertain, or they made some choices that actually made them sicker. Telemonitoring gives us the opportunity to give you health care at home without having you to travel to see us. It is a service we provide that allows you to take devices home with you that can measure your vitals on a daily basis, and it sends that information daily to our critical care trained nurses who can look at these vitals and look at your history and help guide you through your health care.
For a patient to be considered to be part of the telemonitoring program, they would need the diagnosis of congestive heart failure, heart attack, stroke, COPD, or pneumonia. Once they've been approved for the program, we have one of our trained installers go into the house and installs a scale, a blood pressure monitor, a pulse ox, and a tablet so we can perform virtual videos with the patient.
When I got home from the hospital, I had a visitor from BayCare who came and set up the technical side of this. And I didn't have to know anything technical. I didn't have to be a wizard. All you have to do is make sure that you send your vitals.
Every morning, at a time convenient for the patient, they transmit their vital signs to the central telemonitoring nurse.
As a telemonitoring nurse, I monitor a patient's vital signs and responses to the questions that the telemonitoring system asks them. If there is any type of abnormalities, we will place a phone call to the patient, and then we're able to establish on how the patient is feeling, if a simple retest would resolve the issue, or if there's a complication, calling the physician or even calling 911 if needed.
I really felt that when I was at home, as long as the telemonitoring system was on and transmitting it, that I had an added security. I felt safe, that I knew, well, if I don't really know what's going on, somebody else is getting this information. And if anything is not right, they're going to call me.
With telemonitoring, we don't just check vital signs. A large portion of it is actually education, because our goal is to be able to educate the patient on their chronic illness and how to be able to maintain it on their own.
Telemonitoring service is not paid by most insurance companies, and BayCare, when they were looking at the benefits of telemonitoring, realized that it's better to absorb the costs for this and improve patients' health and wellness rather than worry about trying to get paid for it. BayCare is really focused on providing a quality service as part of our whole spectrum of care.
What I think this system did for me is it helped me to understand what was important for my recovery. And as long as I could recognize what was working for me, it did allow me to take ownership of my own recovery and to stay out of the hospital.
I think that the patients do well on the program due to the fact that we're working as a team. We're their accountability partners.
We've had many patients after we've finished the program, and they're great, and they really don't need any additional support, really appreciate it and wanted to find out ways that we could leave it with them so they can continue to do it.
You feel like you have a friend.